What's up guys, Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and I'm finally back at Nockamixon State Park Disc Golf Course. Let's get to it. It's good to be back here guys, it's been too long. So, if you know, the IDGC has been going through a beetle infestation, had to pull trees, redesign. Same stuff happened up here in Pennsylvania. We had it at Tyler in 2018, Nockamixon shortly after, and the problem is Nockamixon is just so mountainous, so rugged. We had crews that could come in and pull trees, but the companies that put bids in, their insurance companies came back right away and said, we're not insuring you for this project because you are going to roll your equipment and break it. So this stuff just had to come down naturally, so it took years. But finally, you know, things kind of, settled down, trees stopped falling, park started opening up more amenities, and the disc golf course got lacked a little bit, or, lacked attention. But there's a bit of a mean campaign on the park's Facebook page about, hey, you reopened the bathroom, how about you reopen the disc golf course? And finally the park said, okay, you guys can get in there, get to work, and it's been great. The crew up here, I thought it was going to take 5 years. I think they did it in, what, 3.5 now? So the course isn't done yet. It's lacking signage, and you're going to see some of the rough is really rough. So they had to just throw stuff into the fairway, or sorry, into the rough out of the fairway. So definitely, not 100% restored, but we're back to 18, and I just want to check it out again. Maybe get, one last nice summer 2024 memory before school starts up again. So hole 1 is a par 4, kind of it breaks left and then back right, 845 feet. I'm going to be playing very conservatively just because I am running off very old memories. So I'm going with a stable volt off the first tee here. Just trying to play the bend a little bit, get me around the corner, and then we'll play from there. Yep. As you can see, one of the main characteristics of Nockamixon is rocky fairways. So definitely going to need to know how to throw a standstill to play here. Walk-ups come at a premium. So I feel like they've lengthened this hole actually. It used to be, I thought it was shorter than this back in the day. Yeah, it's going, I thought it would go to like where the turn is, but now it's going to the right more. So I'm going to try and go with the fairway here. Just kind of flex a photon. Hopefully just get some good distance, stay relatively clean. Ooh, tickled some stuff. And we're in the left side rough. Okay. Alright, so I just double checked U-disc. And this is actually a par 5, guys. So I wish I would have noticed that. I would have played a little more conservatively. But we're just going to try and get out to the fairway. Maybe get a little extra distance too, we'll see. And nope, we're just on the edge. Poopy. Okay, we are laying 3. Basket is, I think, 200 feet after this turn, so we got a ways to go. So I'm going to go with a relay. Hopefully just catch it on that magic angle, just rise to the right a little bit. Ooh, good kick. All right, decent distance. All right, almost worked out, guys. We got a little bit of an upshot here. I like the creek, kind of guarding the green. Nice, nice change. Just gonna float my anode up. Give it a half run, we'll see. Good line. And as proof, this is still a work in progress. As you can see, they're using a tent basket here. Got the black hole. It says something permanently set. I gotta say, the team that is working on this place must have the strongest ankles in the world. It is just rocks on rocks on rocks. So, hole 2, 483 foot par 4. Looks like it goes straight and then up to the left. Can't really see the basket, I don't think. It's a bunch of half cut, or a bunch of stumps in the fairway they're throwing me. So again, we're just gonna pump something out there, work from it. We're gonna go with the Vision time lapse. So I want that little draw to the right. Hopefully swing around that big tree in the middle of the fairway, and then figure out life from there. Really buggy this morning. Didn't hit it fully, but good distance. And so you just had me a little confused. It looks like a dog-leg left on that map, but the basket is pretty much dead straight from the tee pad. So my shot worked out, though. You kind of want to play to the edges of the fairway to give yourself lines in. I'm going to be going with a fizzy reactor, turn over, and hopefully keep pushing. There's like a set of mozzarella stick guardian trees. Just got to beat them long or short, and hopefully we'll find the green. Didn't quite turn it enough. And we'll see what we're working with from over there. So the distance was good. The angle was just off a little bit. So now I am left back here in the rocks. Nice little babbling brook. And footing is an issue. Okay. There. Find my feet. Gonna go right through this leaning tree. Hey! Putting's on. I got a little crossroads here. Gotta make sure you have the right tee pad. If you're walking off off of 2, you want the tee pad on the right, you're throwing uphill to this basket. 260 foot. That is a big uphill pump. And the gap I want is left. So I'm going to throw for that left gap, hopefully flip the photon over, get myself a look. Whew. I think I'm long, but alternatives could be worse. All right, guys, note the future Shay. You can probably do this with a relay. I'm out towards the back of the circle, and this is a scary putt, guys, because if I just airball this putt or hyzer out, that is just sadness. And heck, I could probably roll into the water just with, enough acceleration. So I got to feel really good about this putt. We're layup. Got the heart going from coming up the hill. And also, it's pretty exhilarating carrying, we'll say, $2,500 worth of camera equipment, hopscotching across rocks over a creek. So yeah, Nocky's got all the thrills. All right. I was scared of it. Oh well. Could have been much worse. I remember this one, guys. This one's fun. It's a par 4, 579. Hill to the right, I'm pretty sure, is death. And then you have the fairway dead straight, but there is a secondary fairway up on the left if you get through that line of trees. So left is the miss. Ideally, you kind of check in that little hill and it puts you back in the middle. But given it's a par 4, 579, we're going to cut it in half, and I'm throwing my straightest disc possible, my Fizzy Volt. Boop. Hopefully just right up the middle, a little bit of fade, favoring that left. Ooh, I cooked it a little bit, but it's going to fade. Oh yeah, I can work with that. All right, so finally a fairway I won't die on, rolling my ankle. This is the secondary fairway I was talking about, guys, and it is way tighter than I remember. But this is an option. If you, want to play the miss, you can play for a tree kick plinko. Hopefully, scary footing. Get a plinko back to the main fairway here, but if you go through, there is something to work with up there, but it's not the best result, but it could be worse, like I said. All right, so I went up and took a look. It's basically where the right hallway ends, hard right. There's a dead tree on a hill. basket's behind that. Footing's gonna be a little bit janky though. So I'm gonna go stable fission volt, or more over stable fission volt, from standstill, and let it do the work for me. Ooh, deep side, never mind. Hit it with a little bit of Annie, I wanted to hit it flat. So we pushed a little bit long of the green. Again, all along a cliff, which is just funsies. All right, so do have a Scooby line. I got something buzzing in my head right now. So I can Scooby, or I can go kind of horseshoe putty. I think I want to go Scooby just for the flat landing. All right, safe up. In. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 paces from the basket. Good luck. Nocky is hard. All right, this is another hole that brings back great memories for me. It's a 26-foot par 3. There's 2 lanes, so you can actually see the basket. Or I know you used to be able to, I think, through the trees here. And there used to be like, kind of like a cut-over landing zone, or it was beaten down. So you could throw this shot through the gap. I don't think the leaning tree was there, because I used to take that line, and I would not throw at that gap with a tree there. Although I was stupid back in the day. Or you play the traditional fairway around. Obviously, water's out of bounds. On the left, oh, I don't know if you can see the water. Yeah, creek's running the whole left side. The creek that we threw over to get the hole 3's basket. So I'm gonna go time lapse, a little bit of a flip up. Trying to play to like that right side embankment. Maybe get a look. I doubt there's a huck, even though it's downhill. Oops, smoked it. And stay in the fairway. Tried to kill that one, I don't know why. Alright, so I tried to do way too much off the tee and it bit me. Lucked out, stayed in the fairway, but this is gonna be a tricky shot, especially trying to stay out of the water. So I'm going with my reactor. Straight down the right-hand side, a little bit of hyzer. And hopefully I just want to run the right side. You can see like where the rocks poke out on that embankment. The basket's right below them. Off it. Squared it. That hurt. If I would have beat that tree, I think it would have worked out perfectly. You guys can see it's a really tight green, so I'm just going to chip a forehand entropy up, trying to go short right, take that tree out of play, and just give myself a putt to get out here with the bogey. All right, pin high. I have taken way worse than 4 on this hole in the past, so don't mind it, especially after 2 bad shots. Hey, you remember in the movie Fern Gully when Krista shows the damage the leveler's done? That's how I'm feeling right now. I remember this used to be a really beautiful wooded fairway, and now it's just logs and logs and logs. Yeah, hole 6. It should be up and to the right. 575 par 4. So, kind of same deal as I did on hole 3 here. Just up on Anheuser. Let it run over, and we'll play from there. All right, see what we're working with. Don't know if the camera is doing this justice, but dang, this thing bends hard to the right and uphill. And I have no idea where the basket is, unfortunately. Couldn't see it, I walked up and tried. But you used to say I'm about 270. So I'm gonna try and throw that relay shot I should have thrown on 3. And hopefully it'll work out. Okay. Let's see how that worked. All right, so this fairway bends so much, it actually bends backwards. So it was a C shape I had to throw on that shot, which I could have maybe pulled off with a photon going really high nose up. But we're out here, maybe edge of circle 2. See if we can go a little bit of an anti-stepper. Oh, good effort. Hole 7, 400 foot, par 3, road on the right. Sorry for the audio. This one doesn't look too terribly affected. I mean, they probably have to clear trees off, but goes down to the right. And it's a 400 foot par 3. So, if I recall, the left side is pretty thick. So I'm gonna go flippy photon, a little bit of hyzer, get the flat, maybe run some ante. Basically at the telephone pole in the middle of the hole, trying to miss it. I might go left side, we'll see. Oop, inside line. Sit. All right, left side. All right. Whew. Another fun fact about rocks is they will super duper turbo skip you. I did not think I'd be this deep. Fortunately, I is. So, basket's that way, I believe. So I'm just trying to throw through this gap in front of me, get out of here. I hit a rock, of course I did. Let's see how that looks. So I had actually forgotten there's a creek running through the middle of the hole and right around the back of the green. Luckily I hit these rocks. The rocks giveth, the rocks take the way. Nature appreciation moment. Hole 8. 555, par 4. So we can cut it in half. I'm not gonna go with the distance drive. I'm gonna go with a volt. I'm going with my more stable one though, because the hole finishes to the right. So ideally, I want to finish more to the left, open that angle up. So I might hit this with a little anhyzer to flex it, but don't get too crazy. All right. A little deeper in the left than I wanted to. What's up, Steve? All right, guys, so I lucked out. I know there were like 2 swamps on the left side of the fairway, and I landed on the landing strip here, so I'm just gonna punch out. Yep, just back to the fairway. Yep, oh, I remember this green now. Just do not go long because there's water. Beat it. Ooh. Uh-oh, right side. Little inside. I remember the last time I was here, it was like right after a big storm, and the water was like up to here. Again, the oldie times. There. Scramble for the par. All right, hole 9, 511. Up and to the right. So let's go fizzy photon just for a little control. Just one tree perfectly in the middle of the fairway that I don't want to hit. Oh, off to the left. That stinks. All right, guys, this is some punishing rough, so we're just trying to get out of here. Give me a little entropy just in case I might pick the photon up and throw it. We'll see. Just on the edge of swampy. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Yep, out. Okay, time to bite off some distance. No walk up. I could try to do a 3-step, but probably ill-advised. I see the rock wall. I believe the basket's on the other side of it, so it's going to throw a flippy photon, get some distance, hopefully a little drift to the right, get me close. Early released again, but luckily that disc is so flippy it saved me. All right, guys, so we got to go up and to the right here. I have a gap. Got to go uphill. Footing ain't great. Gonna go volt on a hyzer. It's gonna be, there's again one tree in the line I like. Whoop, whew. Yeah, that would have not ended well. Too much hyzer and I was afraid of my feet. But we're up in there. Okay, just a little damage control, just upshot and get out of here with the bogey, which I deserve for that drive. Yep. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the front 9. I was all excited to come back to Nockamixon. Or I was really excited just to, I think I'd be better, I'd be able to kick some butt here. This course is still hard. But yeah, for final thoughts, back to Shay.
So not a bad front 9 for my return to Nockamixon. It's just really crazy trying to reconcile, my old memories of the course compared to what has occurred since the tree removal and just the change in my game that has occurred. I think the last time I played Nockamixon, it had to be 2016 because I didn't have any MVP in my bag at the time. I was throwing a Pro Wraith and a Champ Monarch all over this course, and I mean all over. It was not pretty. So it's almost like I have to relearn this course again, but I have memories of it, so it was just kind of weird. I was really lucky that I ran into Steve Frostiak toward the end of the front 9. He'll be serving as my tour guide for the back 9, which is great. Guy's a madman. Heart attack survivor, played a morning round, and was coming back for round 2. I'm already winded after the front 9, so shout out to him. So keep an eye out. He'll be popping up on the back 9, and I'll have that video cut together as soon as I can. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for all your support. If you have any questions before you reach out, I'll do my best to answer them. Take care.
Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.